James David Vance is an American politician, author, attorney, and Marine Corps veteran serving as the 50th Vice President of the United States since 2025 under President Donald Trump in the second and current administration. A member of the Republican Party, he represented Ohio in the U.S. Senate from 2023 to 2025. In this video, we'll dive into the remarkable journey of JD Vance, from his humble beginnings to becoming a best-selling author, businessman, and political figure. If you enjoy content like this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating stories about JD Vance's early life, military service, and education. Vance was born James Donald Bowman on August 2, 1984, in Middletown, Ohio, to Beverly Carroll, née Vance, and Donald Ray Bowman. He is of Scotch-Irish descent and Appalachian American ancestry, spending time in his youth living with family in Jackson, Kentucky. His parents divorced when he was a toddler. After Bowman was adopted by his mother's third husband, Bob Hamill, his mother changed his name to James David Hamill to remove his father's first name and surname and to preserve an uncle's first name, David. Vance therefore kept his nickname, JD. Vance grew up in poverty with an abusive childhood, mainly raised by his grandparents as his mother struggled with addiction. After high school in 2003, he joined the Marine Corps, serving as a military journalist and deploying to Iraq in 2005. In 2007, he left the military, earned a degree from Ohio State in 2009, and later attended Yale Law School, where he began writing Hillbilly Elegy. He wrote for From Forum in 2010 to 2011 under JD Hamill and legally changed his surname to Vance in 2013 before graduating from Yale. About JD Vance's early career. After law school, Vance briefly worked for Senator John Cornyn, clerked for Judge David Bunning, and practiced law at Sidley Austin before moving into venture capital. In 2016, he published Hillbilly Elegy, which became a bestseller and gained media attention. Vance joined Revolution LLC in 2017 to expand the Rise of the Rest initiative, wrote for the New York Times, and became a CNN contributor. He co-founded Rockbridge Network and Narya Capital in 2019, raising $93 million and investing in Rumble alongside Peter Thiel. About JD Vance's personal life. Vance grew up in a low-income household with his mother and grandmother. He met Usha at Yale Law, and they married in 2014 in an interfaith ceremony. Raised Protestant, he converted to Catholicism in 2019, influenced by Augustine and Peter Thiel. He owns a German Shepherd named Atlas. About JD Vance, Our Ohio Renewal. In 2016, Vance founded Our Ohio Renewal, a nonprofit focused on education and addiction recovery. The organization shut down by 2021, having accomplished little. Critics claimed it primarily served his political ambitions, spending more on salaries than direct programs. Its largest project had connections to Purdue Pharma, a company infamous for its role in the opioid crisis. The organization failed to make a lasting impact, and its closure raised questions about its actual purpose. Despite his initial advocacy for tackling Ohio's opioid epidemic, Vance's efforts through the nonprofit remained largely ineffective. About JD Vance AppHarvest. Vance joined the board of AppHarvest, an indoor farming company, in 2017, hoping to boost economic growth in rural Kentucky. The company collapsed in 2023, leaving behind $340 million in debt. Reports surfaced of worker mistreatment, poor conditions, and the replacement of local labor with migrant workers. Vance, who had left the board before major financial troubles emerged, denied knowledge of these problems. However, critics argued that his association with the failed company contradicted his pro-working-class rhetoric. The company's downfall highlighted challenges in sustainable agriculture and corporate mismanagement, tarnishing Vance's connection to it. About JD Vance, U.S. Senate, 2023 to 2025. Vance served in the 118th Congress, where he delivered 45 speeches and introduced 57 bills, none of which passed. He co-sponsored 288 bills, 2 of which were vetoed. His time in the Senate was marked by partisan battles, aligning closely with conservative policies. As a vocal critic of the Biden administration, he opposed most Democratic-led initiatives. In January 2025, he resigned from the Senate ahead of his vice presidential inauguration. His short tenure was defined more by his ideological stance than legislative success, positioning him as a key figure in Trump's second administration. About JD Vance 2022 campaign. Vance launched his Senate campaign in 2021 with backing from billionaire Peter Thiel. He won the Republican primary with 32% and defeated Democrat Tim Ryan with 53% in the general election. However, his victory margin was lower than other Ohio Republicans, raising concerns about his broader appeal. During the campaign, he distanced himself from his past criticism of Trump and embraced nationalist conservative rhetoric. After his election, he removed the periods from his initials in his official name, signaling a shift in his branding. His campaign emphasized economic populism, border security, and cultural conservatism. About JD Vance's tenure. Vance co-sponsored a failed bipartisan rail safety bill, voted against raising the debt ceiling, and opposed the 2024 defense bill. He introduced legislation targeting gender-affirming care for minors and DEI programs. Critics accused him of neglecting Senate duties during his vice presidential campaign, missing key votes. His tenure was marked by staunch conservative policies and strong Trump allegiance. About JD Vance committee assignments. Vance served on committees for banking, commerce, and aging, focusing on financial regulations, consumer protection, and climate policy. He criticized federal overreach and advocated for higher education funding reforms. His brief tenure limited his legislative impact, but he pushed nationalist conservative priorities. 2024 vice presidential campaign. Vance endorsed Trump in 2023 and became his running mate in July 2024. Backed by Elon Musk and Peter Thiel, he faced scrutiny over past Trump criticism. He debated Kamala Harris, defending Trump's claims of election fraud. His selection solidified his role in the Republican Party. About JD Vance comments on childlessness. A 2021 Fox News clip resurfaced showing Vance criticizing childless cat ladies in politics, sparking backlash. He later claimed he was attacking Democratic policies, not individuals. His remarks remained controversial, fueling debates over his views on family and voting rights. About JD Vance Vice Presidency, 2025 present. Vance was sworn in as the 50th Vice President by Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh on January 20, 2025. He became the first millennial and Marine Corps veteran to hold the office, as well as the highest-ranking Iraq War veteran in U.S. government. His early duties included swearing in key officials, casting tie-breaking votes, and supporting Trump's executive agenda. He played a crucial role in defending administration policies amid legal challenges. His tenure as vice president reflected a commitment to Trump's populist vision while navigating controversies surrounding his past political statements. About JD Vance Munich Security Conference. At the February 2025 Munich Security Conference, Vance declared that Europe's biggest security threat was internal instability rather than external adversaries like Russia or China. He cited political unrest in Romania, England, Scotland, and Germany, sparking international debate over his foreign policy stance. His comments aligned with nationalist conservative views, emphasizing sovereignty over global interventionism. Critics argued that he downplayed threats posed by foreign adversaries, while supporters praised his focus on internal stability. His speech reinforced his role as a key figure in Trump's America First foreign policy agenda. About JD Vance political positions. Vance is a national conservative with paleo-conservative influences. He opposes abortion, same-sex marriage, and gun control. He supports Israel but opposes U.S. military aid to Ukraine. His views align with Trump-era conservatism, focusing on economic nationalism, border security, and skepticism toward corporate influence. About JD Vance views on government and institutions. Vance is critical of universities, the DOJ, and the FBI, advocating for a de-wokification of federal institutions. Initially a Trump critic, he later became a loyal ally, suggesting a purge of civil servants and claiming he would not have certified the 2020 election results. That's all for today. JD Vance's journey, from best-selling author to politician, has been marked by controversy, ambition, and influence. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more amazing content.